Hello and welcome to our latest Gemini Rogues video. This is our top 5 tier 6 heavy tanks, number 1 KV2, picked by the community. So we have washed our hands. We are not responsible for this list. Plus we have a featured video in this video. It is from Eating Cheese 571. He donated a video for us. It will be coming up shortly. I will say it again when it pops up. But come on, Killers 05, say something about this KV2, man. KV2,
I'll go straight into history. We like to do that. During the Russo-Finnish War in 1939/40, the KV1 proved its worth, basically. But then it run into something called the Mannerheim line, I hope I get that right, with its bunkers and its 45 positions, and they couldn't really do anything against it. So the Russians wanted a big, massive gun on a tank that they could destroy them with, basically. So original idea was to fit an 130mm naval gun to a T-100 tank.
Wow.
But a shortage of naval guns due to the expansion of the Russian Navy meant that it wasn't readily available, so that was scrapped. And they looked at the KV1 tank they'd already proved itself in battle, it was reliable, and decided let's just put a big massive turret on it, and that is exactly what they did. They put a great big massive, designed in just 2 weeks.
You can tell.
2 weeks, yeah. They weren't much effort gone into it, just a box. Let's put a box and backing weight gun inside.
Not very aerodynamic, is it?
So that's what they did. And it's absolutely massive and scary for its crews, basically. This tank stood 16 feet tall.
Wow.
16 feet tall. The only way to get into the turret was by ladder. This is how big this thing was.
What, from the top?
Yep, you had to climb it, only accessible by a ladder. So that's basically what they did. They started building it in February 1940, and then they stopped building it in October 1941 when the factories had become overrun by the Germans, pushing into.
So how many did they build?
It varies. Some say just over 200, some say over 300. So it's within that thing, because it's not really survived. They got destroyed pretty early, and the way the Russians were being advanced on during that part of the war, it's not great detailed documents were kept and stuff like that. So it's hard to say what numbers. They were all fitted with 152mm bar 1, which was fitted with 107mm gun that we're going to see in the video as well. We've got a replay. That was destroyed outside Leningrad as well.
What, with a T-150?
Yeah. Not a nice place to be for a prototype.
No, it was.
Anyway, he had a 6-man crew, and they like to call it the Dreadnought. That was the Russians' name for it.
I'm not surprised.
With that top 16-foot tall thing, it scared the life out of them, because it didn't take much of a slope for that thing to topple over. And we've seen numerous pictures of KV2s on the side or upside down, so it just toppled over. Anyway, let's go straight into the video, and we're going to see this tank in action on World of Tanks. So we're on Pilsen. Tier 7 match.
Really don't like this match.
Not at all. This is the 107mm ZIS-6 gun.
What's that mean?
So it's not the big dirt gun, basically. It's the same gun as you get on the T-150. Just with a slightly improved fire rate. Yeah, and you can see the one thing this gun does have is the advantage of fire rate, and they're not expecting you to have it. KV2. So you shoot somebody and they think, oh, it's fine now, I'm all right, and they sit there in front of you, and then you shoot them again. It doesn't work that way.
Well, the gun's different.
Yeah, you can see it already. It's a longer barrel. It's the exact same gun you get on the. You squeeze a shot through there.
Yeah, beautiful.
167mm pen, exactly the same as T-150 with 300 damage.
It's showing his stripes off.
Yeah, 300 damage. 219 from the APCR round for 300 damage. And then again, same poor HE round T-150 gets. 54 pen for 360 damage. Not really worth.
You've got 5 again though.
Yeah. I said it'll keep it for research. Smashing T-29.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You can see this gun's pretty potent.
Yeah.
It's pretty potent.
I like the fire rate.
Shoved out there by that tiger pig. Come on away, let me back.
What's he doing? He's holding you there.
3 tiers, 7 tanks there.
Meat shield. You're a meat shield.
See that fire rate there? 6.19 rounds per minute. It's slightly quicker on here because we've got the gun rammer on it and a gun lane drive, so the aim time's better. But the aim time's 3.4 seconds, so you're not snapping shots off in this normally.
It's not too bad.
With a 0.45 gun dispersion, you can see there, you're going to have to move a little bit. I'm trying to get up this bank here to see if I can get shots on it. It's not happening, so I'm going to have to snug in behind these heavies down at the bottom there.
It's not happening.
Try and do something. It does give you a better DPM than a dirt gun, depending if you're using HE rounds or standard AP. So the DPM's 1,857. Carries 50 rounds as well. Problem with this gun compared to T-150, T-150's got a little bit more armour to play with. Same side scraping ability as the T-150, you've got the same thick tracks, basically a KV1, we've already said that in the historical side of it. The actual historical KV2 had more armour than this has got. I know,
how come we end up with the poor brother then?
Yeah, 110mm of frontal armour on the turret on the proper KV2, this 75, so it's a big difference. And it's 75 everywhere, 75 all front, 75 turret front, 75 all sides, 75 turret sides, and 70 on both rears. So you've not got a great deal to play with, but there is a bit of flexibility there. There's something to work with.
If it was historically correct, they'd stick it in tier 7.
The same again, it's not historically correct. It didn't have this much of an engine either. Historically, 25 kilometres an hour was as fast as it went, whereas this does 35.
Oh,
so
bit of a trade-off.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Again, it's very comparable to T150 we've got at number 2. I prefer the T150 for its flexibility.
No, this is better.
Yeah,
number 1.
There we go, we'll finish the IS2 off.
Number 1, man.
Exact same view ranges and signal ranges. 330 metres, which is
You're joking, look how high they are, look. Look how high it is.
Yeah, well, that's another fun little quirk of the tank there. They were captured a few by the Germans. The Germans used them as observation for artillery purposes.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's interesting.
We could have a captured KV2 come out soon. I don't know if that's an option for them. Anyway, back to the tank.
Oh yeah.
Another little problem, you're going to see it on this hill. Power to weight ratio is 11.3, so hills can kill your speed.
We're not on a hill now.
You're going to go up one in a minute. You see right on the side. We'll bounce a few more shots off that turret.
Okay.
167mm turret armour penetration enough for a Tiger P turret.
No.
I don't know why, but we'll switch to APCR and we'll try and get one in.
You're still bouncing off it, man.
Another little drawback at KV2 while we're bouncing shots off this Tiger P.
Yeah.
Traverse. Both ways. Struggles the same as the T150. We mentioned that before.
Yeah.
The traverse speed of both turret and hull are poor. Really poor. So getting around this tank is not a problem.
Okay.
We're talking 16 degrees of turret.
You know about circle strafe?
Yeah, you can get around a KV2, but I mean, look how quick it turns from side to side, and the turret's not much quicker either going from side to side, so it can be a problem. But the ZIS gun's an option. Like I said before, the advantage of the ZIS gun, you surprise people. You fire a shot,
you would be.
All right, you've done. You've got 20-second reload, and then you pop back out, about 8 seconds later, and you pound another shot into
but it's like 300. 300's good.
Yeah, it's a good roll. It's a lot of damage for a tier 6 tank.
What's your preferred gun then?
Dirt gun. It's a lot more fun.
Oh, okay.
A lot more fun.
You got a mastery badge.
Surprisingly got a mastery badge.
Quite low damage.
I think it's just because you're fighting tier 7 tanks, you get a bit more XP for fighting tier 7.
Plus you won.
Yeah.
And you're a high caliber. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Guessing.
So now we're going to move on and we're going to show you this next replay.
This is eating cheese.
Eating cheese. Sent us this
571.
Nice to do so.
Yeah, thank you very much.
This is the 152mm, which changes tank. There you go, see that bloom straight away. Yeah, the 152mm M10 howitzer. What this tank was historically, look at this thing, it just reduces things. I mean, not much damage there. But
Nipple.
110, he's got his APCR loaded at the minute. He took a lot of HE shells, which is normal as well.
Yeah.
110 with your standard AP shell penetration, 700 damage.
That's enough.
It's not to be sniffed at.
No.
And he's got no premiums, but if you took a premium with it, 136mm penetration, the same 700 damage. It's then that it gets interesting. This is where it gets which shell you want to use.
Oh,
you can see there no penetration, so you get no damage. HE shells, a whacking 86mm penetration with an HE shell, which is fantastic penetration for an HE shell.
How much is that? Sorry,
86.
86, sorry.
86 for an HE shell will give you 910 damage.
I zoned out from it.
Well, the only thing with HE shells as well, as we all know, you don't have to penetrate to get damage. So if you splash, you can do 300 normally on most things. You normally do 300 to 400.
Really? Just by splash?
Yeah, unless you're in something like a T29 turret and you'll do like 80, 70, something like that. But the HE shell does other things.
Okay.
It blows things apart. You get smashed by an HE shell, it doesn't just penetrate and take some of your health.
Very nice.
It blows modules, it kills crew, it wrecks the tank. Absolutely wrecks it. So it's a win-win always. So I tend to find more HE when I'm playing my KV2 basically.
Oh, okay.
Probably too much, I don't use my AP enough. But the DPM's a little bit lower than the 107mm gun, down to 1,750, 2.5 rounds per minute.
Oof.
Which with a gun rammer you can get that down.
That's not many shots,
is it?
Many, no. So
many shots, that's when the KV2 can fall down as a tank. It's all right in this kind of situation where they roll it up for you one at a time. But if it's a fast-paced battle with its speed as well, you can sometimes end up doing a couple of shots a game because they're there and then everyone's shooting them because you're just reloading for 20 seconds.
Okay,
The KV2 can fall down for that.
Yeah.
It's not great at snapping shots off on movie. Look at that bloom there. The dispersion, 0.6 dispersion. I don't think I've ever seen that much on anything other than artillery.
It's quite big, isn't it?
It's basically a mobile artillery with a different aiming system. That's pretty much what a KV2 is.
Ew, what's he doing going across there, man?
King of Derp, as it's known at tier 6. And this is a really good shot.
Beautiful.
One thing the Derp gun's not good at is that.
Yeah. What?
Shooting on the move.
That's very cool.
With the loop of the shot there, you can see the loop. It's easy to shoot over the top of your target. And it's quite hard and a nice skill to have to judge how long that shot's going to take to get there. Along the artillery form, the lines of shooting where you've got to get 2 seconds, where is it going to be in 2 seconds when I fire this?
True.
Not great. Not much really other to tell you. The tank, obviously it's the same tank as it was with the 107mm gun, and nothing really changes, so your speed's all the same, armour's all the same.
Oh, okay.
So basically all they're doing is just swapping guns.
Oh, okay, nothing changes whatsoever.
No, but you'll see a majority of people playing this. Big tips when you're using this, cover.
Yeah.
You can see users that here.
Look at that.
Take a shot and then have somewhere to fall back while you reload.
God,
it's a fantastic tank to use in a platoon, if you can protect it.
Yeah.
If you can protect your KV2 in a platoon, keep him hidden, get him pop out and get a shot, makes a good tank.
It didn't work for us last week.
No, you can run across and leave them and let them fend for themselves. As you like to do. One thing to avoid, I mean it's working in this video for eating cheese, but avoid open ground. It's not a good idea in a KV2 to be flashing yourself around. You know, one thing, you're blind as a bat, you can't spot anybody. And secondly, we've already mentioned it, this thing's 16 feet tall, spotted very easily. So you're never going to outspot somebody and you're always going to get spotted. You're not going to be snapping no shots off them. So
no snappy shots?
No. You can if you've got extreme skill.
Extreme.
Can we finish this off? Look at this. This is what this gun's all about. T-34-85, full health. Boom, gone.
It was side on.
There's no
and
need
it wasn't moving.
There's no need for that though, is there?
No.
You notice that video, no fired HE, that were all AP shots. We bounced that one off at VK, but that's a tier 6 match.
Yeah.
Tier 6 match, I just use mostly AP.
Oh,
it's perfect for it.
Look at the damage, man.
That's
way more than what yours was.
Yeah.
It's a first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone so.
Its weight moves about.
Yeah.
As you can tell, the KV2 is a really fun tank to play, but can be extremely annoying sometimes. That gun just says,
yeah, you're kidding.
No, RNG just goes, sticks his middle finger up to it. Doing nothing.
No.
So we're going to join you. We're back with myself here on airfield. Same gun, 152mm. Let's see about snapping shots off.
Ooh, what's snapping? Hey, look at that.
There, that's an HE shell. You see, I've got a completely different loadout. The same AP shells, but I've chucked a couple of APCR ones in there, but mostly I just use HE. You've got enough. With 20-second reload, 17, 18 HE shells is plenty enough. If you can get through them, you're having a really good game.
Did you a favour, didn't you? Like, you shot up guy and then you're back in the action, loaded.
Yeah, so again, this is why I've took this tank to this kind of position. 7 degrees of gun depression, I mentioned that at this moment in time, so it's not great.
It's not much for say there's that much.
Especially how much turret you've got to play with.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Didn't give it much, did they?
And I don't know why we get T29 guys in our replays who just want to do crazy stuff like this. Here he comes.
Like what? Oh, okay.
I didn't want to go up that hill, honestly. I thought about saying something like that. I can't be arsed for this. No. We just carried on. You see there, that's that hill we're talking about on an hill. It's not great manoeuvrability wise. No. But we've got a nice bit of cover around us, so we can shoot, drop back. We've got a T29 with us, and they come messing with us face to face.
No, you got a bit of cover.
A good player with a lot of knowledge will know a KV2's reload and know that it can come in. Look at that. 2 shots on this tank, and we've just wiped out nearly 200 damage. I think they're enough there already in 2 shots. That's what this thing's capable of.
No, when it works, it's good. When it works. Doesn't it always work?
No. Sometimes, like I said before, it gives you middle finger. And I mean, I've literally tried to shoot an 00 from 20 metres away and missed it.
Oh my God.
I don't think it were even possible to get the recital away from him, but it still missed him. That's what it does sometimes. KV2 can troll you as well as others. But overall, if it does it's doing damage. I mean, we can see that HE round. I've still got one loaded. I prefer it. I know I'm going to take a whack here, but I've got the advantage if I can get behind these guys around here, an HE shell up their arse. Yeah,
it's going to do some damage.
Yeah, it does. Always be aware of the KV2. One good thing about a tank, it's got a fantastic fear factor.
Oh, Churchill.
You can back it up.
No,
was a
Churchill.
And this is the problem here I talked about earlier, view range. I'm now thinking, do I go up that hill? But I'm not even going to be able to see anybody. All I'm going to do is get spotted and wiped out. So I'm umming and ahhing here at this point. Yeah. What?
I can see what you mean about the power to rate. It don't like going up there, does it?
I'm spotted straight away there. I come to the top of the hill, I'm spotted, and I'm thinking, oh my god, what was that? I've not really checked my layout of the tanks on enemy team to see what's left. So I'm kind of waiting for my team to catch me up here. Quite forward for a KV2, really. Not really ideal because you don't really want to get isolated in it. But and then you can see that aim time, 4 seconds. A little bit longer than adding. Then we notice where's all tanks. They're all in the middle, so
29
a little bit more cover I've got over this side. If I drive other way, I mean, oh my god, there's a KV3. There's that HE round straight away. No penetration. We still did 300 damage, and we've blown his tracks off as well, just to boot. So it's not just a tracking shot. I've done 300 damage.
So are you virtually guaranteed to do something on most tanks?
You'll do with this gun, 152mm gun.
Okay.
Yeah. The other good thing you're having 152mm. If you've got an AP shell, I know we're not using it in this game, but we saw them eating cheese in the last game.
Yeah.
With the 152mm size of the barrel, you will automatically override 50mm armour, no matter how it's angled.
Oh, okay.
So and at tiers 4, 5 that you see, and even 6, 50mm armour is quite regular. So it'll go through. It's a high chance it'll go through just with the sheer size of the barrel. We saw that there. I mean, we just owned that KV3. You couldn't do anything about it.
That's really technical stuff.
It's getting a bit deep now. And there's oh my god, it's a T-34 2GF2 shooting at us. So I think about getting
quite a way off. Look at that aim. Hey, it's alright, his mate's parked up behind him.
Tiger P, there you go again. Another splash damage, and we damaged his ammo rack as well with splash damage. 340 damage and his ammo rack. That's what derp does, that's what HE does. I prefer to use HE shells and AP. If you don't get full penetration in AP, you do nothing. If you don't get full penetration in HE round, I mean, we're only talking 24mm difference thickness penetration, so you're not gaining a lot by using AP. I mean, we saw it in other games, lower tier games, to fire your AP, you'll have a field day. You'll have an absolute field day. But in an higher tier 1, tier 7s, we saw that KV3, we're not going to go for him with 110mm penetration. HE. Keep HE in. Blow his tracks off, get back, reload, blow them off, get back, reload. Use your reload to your advantage, keeping pins somewhere. And like that Craft Panther coming out in that last game, finished him off. That's what you can do. Your teammates can help you. You can sometimes get overrun easily in the KV2 just by sheer lack of mobility.
I've killed plenty.
We all know, once he's fired, we've got 20 seconds near enough to play with, depending if he's fitting a gun rammer and so on and so forth. Equipment-wise, I can't see past a gun rammer and a gun lane drive with KV2. No. The last one, up to you. Some people like spore liner, some people like to put optics on it, some people like binos. Vents isn't probably what I run, what I prefer, but each to their own. If you want to get that view range up so you're not completely blind, go for it. But I'll definitely run the gun rammer and the gun lane drive.
I was just looking at your camo actually. So.
I do love a nice camo.
There you go, over 3,000.
3,000 hours, that derp gun, it's just 7 penetrating shots. And silver's not great on it, you see there, only 51,000 silver. It's not a great silver earning tank.
It's more than what I get, man.
To say we only fired HE in that old game, last tier 7 game, like that KV2 is not struggled to.
Not bad. Not bad. Go on, round it up then.
Right, round it up. Positives, there's that 152mm gun. We're in HE round, it does 910. Do I need to say any more? As well as doing that much damage, it's crippling the opposition tank as well with modules. So I think high penetration for that HE round as well. 86 is fantastic for an HE round. Surprise factor with the 107mm gun. The fact that you shoot and they think you've got 18-second reload and you pop back out, put another 300 all into.
What's it? 6 or 7 or something?
What?
The reload.
About 8 seconds.
8, sorry.
So just over 6.19 rounds per minute you get from that gun.
Yeah.
The other good thing about it is it's a nice little fear factor. It's not better than when you drive around the corner of the KV2 and someone sees just slams anchors on and tries to get out there as quick as possible. Little thing with the KV2 is a tech tree. You can open up a vast amount of tanks off it, even artillery. So you could skip yourself into the artillery halfway down the line with a KV2.
Would you want to?
Each to their own, but there you go. Then we're coming to its negatives. It's a KV1 basically. So its armour's pretty poor overall. You're not a bruiser like you are near them, so don't rely on it. Don't think I'm a KV with that number next to that number that you're going to be impenetrable to things. So like tier 6 match, you've still got some to play with, but if you're getting a 7 and 8, no, it's going to struggle with you. Reload vulnerability, it's a big reload. It's a long time, and you ain't got no armor to back those.
That's definitely a negative.
turret and ultraverse, take that into consideration as well.
Definitely a negative.
Don't let anything get around you if you can. Try and get yourself in some position where you can get your back to a wall, basically.
Yeah, or rock.
I say it's got poor AP as well, and it's 152mm. 110's not great,
No,
and then only
not
136 from the premium round is not much more either.
Especially when you're in tier 8.
Yeah, and it has got a vulnerable fuel tank as well, so be careful with
burn.
that. Sometimes, if depending on how much flash you are with your silver, you can put an automatic fire extinguisher on, or just stick with your manual one, but fuel tanks do get damaged a lot.
Yeah, he did set one on fire in the T150 video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are prone to it.
They do burn well.
And that's pretty much it. And just a little one at the end, it's a 53-ton tank as well, so don't be scared to ram something. Especially if you've just fired off your shell and not quite finished him off. Fire it up, you've got 20 seconds before you realise you might as well try and ram him.
And well, you can't face hug him because you'll not get your gun down.
No, it's not an option. 16 feet high. 4.9 metres, I think it is, something like that, if my maths are correct. But yeah, that's basically a KV2. Not my number one, your number one.
Yeah, community number one. We did put it to the vote. And it was a consensus number one. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed our number one video picked by the community. I think we've rounded it up and finished it off.
Just another thank you to Eating Cheese, send us that replay.
Oh yes, again, Mr. Eating Cheese 571. Thank you very much again.
And if anybody else wants to send us any replays, don't be afraid. We don't mind reviewing or talking over badly. Badly commentating on someone's replay.
You've been ruining the game.
Yeah, basically.
Anyway, don't forget to, if you can please, share as much as possible. Possibly subscribe even.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, thank you very much. Laters.